Hey man, it's your boy MMA Habits back at it again with another video, giving you my reaction and breakdown to UFC 315. Happened last night, you know what I mean? A little bit late. It's 5 p.m. where I'm at right now, so should have been on it earlier, but was out with the boys. You know what I'm saying? Had to enjoy myself, but yeah, good event. I was surprised because usually it's shit in Canada, but good results. Maybe not in the main event. But I'm happy. I'm happy. Why does it still have the picture of Bilal with the belt? JDM won the belt. So, yeah, it was a good card. It was a good card all throughout. You know what I mean? The start, big KO by the fucking Bekzat Almakhan. You know what I mean? But let's talk about this main event real quick. Crazy fight, very good fight. Probably one of the best so far this year, especially when it comes to title fights. Because compare this to fucking Pereira and Ankalaev, dude, it's by a long shot. You know what I mean? But Bilal went out there and tried. He really tried with the striking. The first round, it was looking decent for Bilal, but JDM won the first. You know what I mean? It was pretty clear. He was finding his timing and whatnot. It didn't look the same as when JDM was in the third, right, or the second, because JDM was he was in flow state then. But yeah, I'm kind of dumb from Bilal a bit. He really did try and take him down. Like he had a game plan to where like he wasn't gonna push for the takedown immediately, then he was gonna go for it later. But JDM found his rhythm and then he was able to shuck them off quite easily. He only got taken down until the last round. But, like, all throughout, JDM, I thought he was just dominating. You know what I mean? Like, in the second and third round, I couldn't believe what I was watching. I mean, I could believe what I was watching, but JDM looked so slick on the feet. He was popping with, like, double jab, cross, and he would, like, weave. He would, like, dip, and he would, like, pivot out after. It was really insane to watch. For a good moment, like he was in a flow state to where like every exchange it felt like he was hitting him 2 more times than Bilal, or Bilal would only hit him once, but JDM would weave like 3 other shots. You know what I mean? So JDM's defense looks so crazy this fight. I never really seen this previously in his career, so it's crazy that it came out now. This is JDM on full, mate. This is fucking JDM when he's ready. All right, this is the real JDM. Definitely his best performance like today. You know what I mean? Like we haven't really seen this level of head movement from him. Like he was moving his head before, but he wasn't having the same result like this. Like a lot of people, they try and move their head, but they were like Ilia Topuria. He's not moving his head like Jack like he did in this fight. You know what I mean? He's at welterweight too. So, really good work from Jack right here. He was tuning him up. He started getting hasty as it went on. Like the third, Bilal did pretty good. In the fourth as well, Bilal was pushing more. He was actually going for takedowns. He was starting to like land a little bit more. But in the fifth, my JD, I knew he was gonna pull some shit out. I knew as soon as Bilal took him down, I knew like when he got up, I'm like, okay, JDM's about to fucking put it on him right now, because he knows, he fucking knows. Like he was confident throughout the fight, so I just knew if he had an opportunity like that in the last round, he was just gonna fucking seize the opportunity. You know what I mean? So crazy fifth round from JDM. He was getting up as soon as he got up. I'm like, holy shit. He really found it, because like he was laying there for a bit. I'm like, oh my god, JDM, please get up, because Bilal's gonna win if potentially it's gonna be a lot closer. So, but JDM gets up. He starts ripping him, like starts ripping these combinations, because he had him on the fence. You know what I mean? He had him on the back foot. JDM didn't have him on the back foot the whole time. Bilal was pressing forwards at the end, but JDM was able to start ripping his own shots, and he looked like he was the one with the hands like Canelo. You know what I mean? He had the hands like Canelo. It really did look like good boxing, like Ilia Topuria. That's proper boxing. Not many people in the UFC like can rip combinations like that. It's kind of fucking weird, to be honest, because how are you like a high level fighter and you can't really rip like nice combinations like that? There's a lot of boxers that can do that. Bad one, like even boxers that are considered bad, they're able to do look like that when throwing combinations and be like technical. You know what I mean? Look, JDM's boxing looks so slick this fight. It honestly looked more impressive than Ilya's. I'm just gonna say it, bro, because Ilya, like, he moves his head when he's coming in. He gets hit a couple times. Like, Ilya will, like, weave one punch, and then JDM will instead weave like three. You know what I mean? Like, Ilya is getting hit more often. I know he's pressing forward a lot more than JDM. JDM's more like defensively aware, and he's fighting on the back foot, and he doesn't have as much pop as Ilya Taporia pound for pound. But yeah. His boxing for sure looked a lot slicker than Ilya. Like, Ilya, like, he loads up on shots like Canelo, you know what I mean? He's got really good technique, but he lands those shots like Canelo. And JDM, he was no meat on the punches whatsoever. He was really picking him apart that entire fight. So, not a 5-round domination. I think JDM won 3 rounds. He won the first, he won the fourth, and definitely won the fifth. Yeah, it was close. It was a close fight. I'll give it to Bilal. Bilal really, you know, he was actually entertaining. Most entertaining fight of the year being involved. Bilal being involved in that is kind of crazy. But as for the result itself, Jack is he's gonna fuck up Islam. All right, he's gonna stuff the fucking takedowns. He's gonna rip combos like fucking Canelo, mate. All right. The fight's more intriguing now. Like, I'm more interested in to see JDM and Islam than I was, like, previously, obviously. But you missed out on a generational fight. It is what it is. People are saying that, Islam's gonna fight Ilya down the line. Islam is not cutting back down. When he goes to 170, he's going to 170. He might defend one time and you call it quits. You know what I mean? So it was a legacy-defining fight for Islam, but it doesn't always happen like that. You know what I mean? Is what it is. But it's an interesting fight for Islam, because Islam, he's more technical for sure than Bilal. He's got better striking than Bilal. It still looks a little bit like mechanical and taught too much. It looks like Islam looks like he has had to put like hours and hours of training. You know what I mean? Like, just so much training to even reach that level, versus Jack. Like, he's been in the gym doing that for a while. This is his base. This is clearly his strong suit. He's not a grappler. Islam is a grappler. He so happens to have pretty good striking. You so happen to be able to, you know, slug it out with Dustin a bit, but that is hitting heavier in 170. Islam might have the lighter man speed. I do see Jack getting more tagged up from Islam, but I think, you know, it's going to be like an accumulation effect. I think Jack's going to I think he's more efficient in the boxing than Dustin for sure. He's a lot cleaner. Kind of crazy for someone that's, you know, at 170 and probably in the cage like 180, 190 maybe. He looked big, way bigger than Bilal in this fight. So, yeah, crazy fight. Great main event. Great way to end the card. Jesus Christ, I had nothing else to say. But let's move on, guys. I'm a little bit groggy. That's why I haven't got up to this until now. So, co-main event: Manon Fiorot or Valentina Shevchenko versus Manon Fiorot. This felt like a chore to watch. It really wasn't that insane. There was moments where I seen Valentina like bounce, and then just stand still. So Manon Fiorot was really trying to get her on the fence and whatnot. Valentina was actually hurting her. I'll give it to her. She was actually hurting her. It didn't happen in the other women's fight. So she was hurting her with a check hook and whatnot. And it was getting hasty for Valentina in moments, but, you know, Valentina won. I don't really care about the decision, or, you know, like, oh, it's close. I don't know, man. I don't give one fuck about this fight. I wasn't really paying attention, to be honest with you. So I can't really give you my full analysis. I obviously saw the moments that Valentina hurt her and had her moments where she like stung her and whatnot. So I think Valentina was just more effective on the feet, right? So Manon put up a good fight. She was, you know, smudging her on the fence. She was taking her down and controlling her in moments, but I guess just wasn't enough. My friend watching was like, "What? How did it go to her?" I'm like, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck whatsoever. So Valentina's remained as the champion, and yeah, I ain't got fuck all else to say about the fight. So if I didn't really watch it that much, so how can I give my analysis, right? So yeah, kind of crazy. I'm sorry I admitted that, but yeah, I didn't watch this shit really. I mean, I was there present. I was in front of the TV. Oh my god, I'm gonna edit that out. But I was in front of the TV, right, and just wasn't paying attention whatsoever. So let's move on to the feature fight: Jose Aldo versus Amian Zahabi. It's a dog fight. It's a fucking dog fight. I don't mind the decision. I'm not at the point to where I'm like, oh man, no, not Jose Aldo, no. Because Amian did really deserve that win, right? The first round, Jose was tuning him up. I'm like, okay, it's classic Jose, old man speed, fucking bewilders the like unranked bantamweight contender. So I mean, Amian is ranked, but top 15 ranked. So comparing to what Jose's done in his career, right? Round 2 comes along. Amian Zahabi's coach, Faraz Zahabi, his brother, GSP's coach, he was saying like you have to start pouring it on him. Like you have to make this a dirty slugfest because you're not going to out technicality Jose Aldo. You're not going to beat him in a pretty kickboxing fight. So Amian started pressuring him more. He started stepping in with a double jab and like throwing these basically big meaty combinations. Jose was he didn't have the same reactions as he used to as a young man, and he was getting tagged up a bit more than he was in the second. And then yeah, it really good fight. Like this was fight of the night until the main event, but I hope they get some sort of bonus to one of these guys. But kind of crazy the result, bro. So many people said like this, like there's no way Jose was gonna lose, and he fucking lost. Kind of sucks, but it did happen. So yeah. And then the third round, Jesus Christ, why? I feel like I should be saying a lot more. Jose Aldo in the third round was crazy. Like I think Amian Zahabi's overall like third round was better than Jose Aldo's because Jose did really hurt him bad and like stumbled him back on the way up. Soccer kicked him savage. There's a lot of those moments this card where like people were getting up and their hands weren't touching the ground and they were kicking him on the way up or kneeing him. You know what I mean? That's smart. I'm glad they fixed the rules on that. So he soccer kicked him on the way up and he was teeing off on him. He had him really hurt. And then as soon Jose Aldo looks at the clock, looks ahead, and then Amian Zahabi's coming for him and he just kind of crumbles a bit. I was like, no, Jose, what the fuck, bro? Like if you start teeing off more, if you start like you hurt him more, or you just outland him for the rest of the round, you have obviously a higher potential. You're gonna win this fight, right? You're gonna win the third round. You're gonna win 2 rounds to 1. Split decision, but no, he crumbles a bit. As he said in his post fight retirement speech, he was saying that he just doesn't have it in him anymore. I understand. It like you could really tell on the ground that Jose was actually not really getting hurt by those. I know it's crazy to say. I could just see on his expression on his face that he was just resigning to the position. He's been there, he's done that. He's been in those positions. He knows where okay, I can really defend myself right here. He's a vet, bro. He's a crafty vet. And crafty vet, I guess, found a way out and I don't blame him, bro. He's an old man, like he's got a family. He has pretty bad CTE from he says in the Nina Drama interview that he didn't remember everything. I don't remember anything. Crazy. So sad, to be honest, but I'm glad he's retired. I hope he can find another way to make money. I don't know if Jose is actually going to retire though, because he just loves fighting. You can tell he loves fighting. But yeah, I mean, what else would Jose Aldo do besides fight? So I don't know what other businesses he has going on, real estate, or what he's doing in Brazil. But yeah, I'm not mad at the decision. Like, it's deserved. Like, I know it's like, no, man, no, Jose Aldo lost, man. Is what it is, bro. That's life. Amian Zahabi's going to be active in the UFC, and it's great that he got a win in the hometown. I'm not mad at him. So, kind of an ugly freak to look at, but good feature fight. Really good fight. So, I'm not mad at it because it was a good fight. I can't really be pissed and salty. So, next we have Alexa Grasso versus Natalia Silva. Boring fight. It was a fucking boring fight, to be honest. I was telling my friends, like, man, I'm telling you, Talia Silva, man, she's dynamic. She's actually a ferocious women's striker out of any of them. I'll tell you, this one's it. Did not do shit the entire fight. I mean, basically both of them. It was more entertaining than the co-main event, I will say, but there was just moments where like nothing was happening on the outside or in the middle of the cage. Natalia would occasionally like throw like obviously her signature kicks, like her hook kicks, like lead head kicks. And on the back foot, Natalia was really like tagging her up when Alexa would put her on the fence, and she was getting the better of like those like pocket exchanges. But yeah, it obviously those shots are not going to knock anyone out. They look very powerful. They look very fast. She's very fast. She's very, very good, but it's just not entertaining. Clearly, I guess the UFC decided to throw all the women's fights they did for the year just on this card. Like, yeah, just fucking put it here. We're going to Abu Dhabi. There, you can't put women's fights there. They did it a couple times actually, but only one or two. So as for this fight, Alexa was kind of just, as I was saying, fighting linearly. So it didn't obviously go well because Natalia's lateral, back, forth, come in, come out, And yeah, decent performance, or not really good performance, but dominating and beating Alexa Grasso. It's good. Obviously, that's really good on your resume to be able to fight the champ. So I don't know if this is a title elimination bout, but that's clearly Natalia Silva's best win because she just beat the number one contender, the previous champ. So yeah, good fight. Or what the fuck? Not good fight. I'm gonna move on. I'm done talking about this shit. Natalia's all right. Got big feet though. I don't know why I mentioned that, but I heard MMA Guru mention that. I just had to say it. I guess it was on my mind. Next, we have Benoit Saint Denis and Kyle Prepelec. We just seen the same old Benoit. Like, I felt like nothing changed. He just came at him slugging. I think usually in these performances when you're so expected to like just roll through him, and he did roll through him with ease. Got him out of there in the second round with a choke, or a head and arm choke, or a triangle choke. But yeah, when you have these fights that you're expected to like destroy and come out victorious and whatnot, and he just came out there and just tried to slug with him and try to get him out of there, and he did. But it was a little bit prolonged. Like, Kyle Prepelec was hitting him with a couple shots. Really looked like an NPC out there, but he was game. He was game enough to. Usually these guys coming in on short notice, they're game. They're usually very game, and they put it on, like, they leave it out on the line. They don't have to cut as much. So yeah, what do they do? I think he did make 155, did he? But yeah, Benoit kind of just rolled through him. He put it on him, marauded on him, slugged on him. It didn't look really good at all. It wasn't really like a performance. You're like, wow, Benoit's back. You're just like, oh, yeah, that was expected, I guess. He didn't really change it. I mean, you can't really, change the opinions of a fighter that much when you're fighting Kyle Prepelec. But yeah, nothing really special from Benoit. Nothing really changed from him. So if Joel Alvarez was in there, he would have probably got him out of there pretty soundly. He would tee off on him. I don't know. I feel like it would have been a prolonged beatdown, and then he would eventually crumple. But because Benoit don't quit. But yeah, decent fight, or not decent fight. He fucking got him out of there. So helped with the schedule of the card, I guess. Next, we got Mike Malott versus Charles Radke. I picked Charles Radke, but Mike Malott managed to get the win. He just looked a lot slicker. I said that Charles Radke was going to find his way as the fight progressed. I really viewed Mike Malott as somebody with like shit boxing and like just not good whatsoever. Because there's moments in the Neil Magny fight, I know he dominated, but I'm just like, bro, like this is so sloppy. This is so like unimpressive that I'm just like, yeah, this guy's not going to make it at all. And in this fight, I was thinking like Radke's going to catch him because he's got some decent boxing. So it turned out that Mike Malott took him out with the boxing. Yeah, he made him look silly this fight, to be honest. He was kind of teeing off on him a bit, getting off those low kicks. Charles Radke was kind of trying to step through with combinations, not really landing anything. And then, yeah, in the second round, he got him out of there pretty quick. He hit him with I think it was a left hook, right hand, left hook. Yeah, I think it was the third left hook that dropped him, put him down. Sucks for Radke. He was really trying to hype himself up. He was promoting himself pretty well. But, yeah, Mike Malott comes back. He actually gets a win in Canada. He had a feel-good moment. Felt very prolonged where he had the flag in his hand. He's like, yeah. Like, all right, you finally won in Canada, kid. We get it. We fucking get it. You didn't win last year, buddy, but you won this year. Can't really hate on Mike Malott. He got the win. Good fight, or a good scrap, and then good finish. So I think I see Mike Malott getting a bonus for that. I hope he did, and especially he's the hometown guy. So Canada did pretty decent on this card. Canada had the results they had because they usually just get screwed over. They don't get the good card, and this wasn't a good card on paper, but it turned out to be pretty well because usually these cards are just stinkers and they're shit fest. So let's move on. Jessica Entourage versus Jasmine Judafishis. Jasmine Judafishis got her out of there. I picked Jasmine. I'll tally up like my picks and how much I got right and how much I got wrong for my prediction video. But I think I did pretty decent on the card. Yeah, she got her out of there by submission pretty quick. I didn't watch this fight, guys. I did not watch this fight. I'm only seeing it now. I'm only hearing from other reactions from other people. Man, Jasmine Judafishis is a monster. That's all I gotta say. She's a fucking marauder on the feet or on the ground due to submission. So yeah, actual women's fight. I have to give it more credit. I'll talk about it a little bit more because it's an actual finish on the card. For some reason, I always see Jessica Entourage's fights. I don't know why. Like I always end up seeing them, but this one I didn't. And usually every time I watch her, she actually Actually, no, it's 50-50. The one time I watched her, she won against Mackenzie Dern, and then she lost against Natalia Silva. But, yeah, nothing else really to say. I didn't watch the fucking fight, so. I watched this one, though. Modestas Bukauskas versus Ion Cutelaba. Modestas Bukauskas won. I think I picked Ion Cutelaba, I'm pretty sure. Or I would have to check my prediction video. I would want to say I picked Modestas Bukauskas, but no, yeah, I picked Ion Cutelaba. Fuck, dude. I should have picked Modestas, obviously, because he won, but Modestas was just the more effective guy. He was actually landing more shots. Ion was whiffing quite a bit this fight, and Modestas was like 1-2, 1-2, like step out, bang, bang, bang. Ion had his moments, but again, Modestas won this shit. He was teeing off a lot more. He looked a lot better. He looked clean. He looked pretty decent. So, and you got big meaty hook slugging. Ion Cutelaba swinging from the hips, swinging these big meteorite punches, like these meatball ass punches. So, coming from hell, and he was just whiffing. He was grazing. He's throwing a lot though. He was throwing quite a bit, but Modestas was just landing the more effective shots. Yeah, good win for Modestas Bukauskas. Better than, not the craziest fight in the world, but better than most fights on shit Canadian cards. So he put it on. They put on a decent show for the prelims. I don't know. Is this the main event for the prelims, I guess. So, or is it? Yeah, it is. No, it opens the fucking prelims. My bad. Jesus Christ. So, yeah, good win for Modestas Bukauskas. Sucks for Ion Cutelaba. Next, Navajo Sterling versus Ivan Ersland. I was watching this very attentively, and I will say I was not as impressed by Navajo Sterling in the first few rounds. He looked very green in the boxing. Looked very hesitant. He didn't really want to let it go for a long time, especially in the first round. The only thing he was really landing was like kicks. He was outlanding Ivan Ersland. Navajo's got some ways to go, but he looks very promising. He looks very talented. It's always with these CKB guys, they don't have like the most efficient boxing. It's kind of crazy to say that after watching the third round, but I think he just got a confidence boost. It's one of those fights where you feel like that if he had more confidence in the first round, he probably would have got him out of there earlier. So, yeah, Navajo is very green. He's still learning. So, I don't. It's a good performance. He was big meaty hook simulating him in the third round. He was really trying to put him on it, like trying to put a stamp on it. I really thought he was gonna finish him, but yeah, a good performance. Good performance. If he didn't do that really in the third round, I wouldn't be too impressed. But the last round, he really put a stamp on it, and he was able to change people's views on the result of the fight. He did really outstrike Ivan. Even DC was talking about him like he was fucking like Mike Tyson or Thanos. Like, I'm telling you, man, the right hand, man, the fucking right hand. Shut the fuck up, DC, bro. You know what I mean? Like, let Navajo cook. He's cooking him clearly. He's teeing off on him a bit with kicks, so he's outlanding him, and he clearly did on the stats. So, yeah, good win from Navajo. Very green. We don't need him fighting, anybody up at. Oh, he's at light heavyweight. Yeah, I mean, he's got time. He definitely has time, and he can develop in this division because it's not really a, that skillful of a division. Navajo's got some pretty good kicks, probably some of the best at the lower rankings. So yeah, good win from Navajo. Next, Marc-Andre Barriere versus Bruno Silva. Bruno Silva is dead. He's got a dent in his skull. Just retired, bro. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Pereira took your chin with you. Hit him. You know what I mean? He took your chin. It sucks. Really sucks. Marc-Andre Barriere got him out there real quick. Dented his head with a fucking elbow. You could see it. Like, I watched the video. You could see what happened. He got carried out on a stretcher. I don't know. Is Bruno Silva broke? I don't know what's going on in his life. I really hope that I could really just see this being like a sad case of something. I don't know what's going on with him. I feel like everyone's laughing, or not laughing, just being like, oh yeah, sucks to suck, like he lost, and just be like, damn, like that's a lot of losses. But no, something might be going on with him. So I hope he finds a win or does something, finds a new career, gets healthy, because at this point you can't really be selling your brain for a paycheck, right? So sucks for Bruno Silva. I picked Marc-Andre Barriere, but I'm not going to gloat about a pick when that shit happens to Bruno Silva, because I actually feel bad, because I've seen him now too many times just lose in brutal fashion ever since that Pereira fight. So, yeah, sucks to suck, to be honest. But, yeah, I'm like consulting him like I'm his fucking mother or his father, but yeah, sometimes you just get like, you just visually see. I'm just like, I don't want this guy to fucking be hurt. You know what I mean? Like, you just look at his face, just let him win, let him live. And this guy, I don't know, Marc-Andre Barriere, you fucking won. Good for him. Good for him. So next, Daniel Santos versus Jung Young Lee. It's a good fight. Daniel Santos won. I picked Jung Young Lee. Daniel Santos looked faster. He was hitting him with some Mike Tyson. He was slick combos. Ian's everywhere. He was in his corner. And I seen a lot of the clips of him slipping and whatnot. I mean, I watched the fight as well. But, they took clips of it, and it was good. It was decently impressive. Why does Jung Young Lee look like he's like about to do some like men's physique shit, bro? He looks so tan. Like, he's got a spray tan, and his face is like pale compared to his body. But anyway, I don't know why I'm paying attention to that. Good, shit from Daniel Santos. He was out muscling Jung Young Lee during the fight. Kind of impressive for somebody coming up in weight. But yeah, Mini Oliveira gets it done. So good fight, good scrap. Jung Young Lee, he was trying, but did not work out for him. Lastly, Brad Katona versus Bekzat Almakhan. Bekzat got him out of there real quick in the first round. First minute, fucking dumped him with an uppercut. He got that fucking sick animation. Where's Brad Katona from? He's from Canada. Yeah, he's from Canada, isn't he? So, horrible way to start off for Canadians fans. Just imagine you're like the first few Canadians in the stadium. You're like, oh yeah, I'm telling you, man, Brad Katona. He, I don't know, man. He could win this fight, man. And the next thing you see, this little scrawny little fuck just piece you up and put you down real bad. So good win from the kid Bekzat Almakhan. we're giving you Vinicius Oliveira. I don't know what we got to do with you because he's a former flyweight. You could tell in the photo he looks a lot smaller than Brad Katona. But yeah, that was the card. It's a pretty good card overall. Canada finally they redeemed themselves. So not the best result in the main event, I will say. But it was cool to see Bilal Muhammad lose and get dominated like that. Everyone needed to see that. I still can't believe the moment when Bilal won. I'm just like, I refuse to believe this shit. I don't care that Leon lost. I just refuse that Bilal is the champion. So, yep, that was the UFC 315 card. That's my reaction and breakdown. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Make sure you go check out my Instagram at GMoneyCombat. You can DM me and you'll be able to get access to some course or some training programs, small fee. You can check out on my link tree the pricing and whatnot. Very, very cheap. So if you're an up and coming fighter that doesn't want to pay a high price for a decent program, a strength and conditioning program for like in camp and out of camp combat sport athlete, just let me know. You can also book a video call session with me, and I can give you tips and tricks on whatever that you would want me to teach. So, yep, that's it for the video. Make sure you guys can go check that out. I'm not forcing you to do it, but yeah, I'll be doing a predictions video for the Gilbert Burns Michael Morales card. I don't know why I'm going to do it, but yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time.